And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Quan Alexander coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On play action, it's Dobbs. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he's got Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Dobbs is throwing. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point kind of knuckling home, but it is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A first carry now for the rookie from SC, it's Ronald Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready? Black 22.
Second down, Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14.
Ready? Black 22 set.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go now. Ready? Black 22.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Sonic. Ready?
Jameis to throw it. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Let's go. What? 90. What?
On second down, Dobbs. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. But Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 gone on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Humphries. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Let's convert.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready. Move ready.
The give is to Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 down. Ready.
Now Jameis on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Single.
On 3rd down, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Ready. Black 22.
A give to Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Ready. Blue ready.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Tight right, tight right. Hey, hey, hey. We got three. Three down. Flags up.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We got three, fellas. Hey, let's go.
To throw, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 4 down.
To throw is Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Flex round.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They sack him back at the 42. Vinny Curry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On play action, they'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll throw now on the final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Winston and the Bucks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Now Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jonathan Bostic able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Hey, stop.
3rd and long for Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. With it is Brown. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Dobbs got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodgers. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a first down carry by Bell. Gets through and now an opening. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point, not all that convincing, but he does tuck it in there. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Winston and the Bucks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Ready? Blue Whitey.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, guys, check me out. Ready? Blue Whitey.
A first down throw for Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3 down. Ready? Black 22. Black 25.
And they'll go on the ground. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
throwing. Winston. He's got Evans. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. Blue ready.
Winston now. That's caught by Howard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back now in Tampa. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Rodgers. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Dobbs now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ready. Flag. Let him go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Check three. Under 10.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Watch for the foul, God.
From the gun, Winston. And this is caught by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rogers. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ready. Black 22.
Second down, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Winston from the gun on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ready.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's time to play.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Bucks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Ready. Blue ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Deshaun Jackson with time running out. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Ready. Blue ready.
Winston. And that's off the mark, incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were